everybody, thanks for joining me for another video blog. And the word is happiness. You know my mantra is happiness in motion. You know my coaching is all about helping people to find their happiness, which is right here inside us. It's right there inside of you. Happiness is the center of success. That means you create a state of mind around happiness, which will become your state of being. And from that state, you are completely wired to create success in your life. Unfortunately, we see a lot of people that apply the opposite. And in the outside, they might look successful, but the inside, they're not happy, they're not feeling fulfilled. And there's plenty of examples around us. So I want to talk about the happiness gap here, okay? What that means is there's something that becomes the source of unhappiness, also the source of depression, anxiety, anger, frustration, resentment, and all those emotions that I just described live right here in this gap. So what is this gap? This gap is what exists, is that space that exists between who you truly are, your authentic self, which is your gifts, your natural talents, your personality, all those things that are unique about you, and you own it and you're proud of it and you keep working to become even better. That's your authentic self, who you are. And then in this other end here, it's what you let others see. So if this side of being a true self means authenticity, this side here, what you let others see, how you show up now versus how you want to show up. This means a lot of times you might show up with masks, develop a persona, have a facade, and we all do it. For many years, when I was a personal trainer, and that was only my focus from like being an athlete, being a personal trainer, I did have a type of persona that was like tough, hard, because I had some type of belief that in order to be a great trainer, you had to be like a sergeant, have a certain attitude. So I had that persona or that mask, but that was not who I truly was or am. Who I truly am, it's somebody, yeah, that can be tough, but also I'm somebody very soft, very tender, that has a lot of compassion. But it took a few years of doing a lot of inner work to discover those inner layers of, what make Alex Gill, who am I, besides the trainer, besides the coach, right? So that's my authentic self. Now, this is the magic, the cool thing here that we have so much power over. We have an incredible power to eliminate this gap and just live and show up every day in our authentic self. That brings happiness instantly, and I'm going to be talking about this a lot in my workshop here on December 6th at 6 p.m., The Habits of Happiness. I'm going to be talking way more in depth about this gap and what habits you can develop every day that by default create happiness. It'll help if you just get up in the morning and say, from this moment on, I'm going to choose to be a happy person. There's no doubt. You start with that thinking. But what really makes a thinking transform into a belief, and then from that belief we'll develop behaviors that are serving us. It's practice. That's the mastery. You practice. So I call happiness a mindset and also a lifestyle and a practice. You just practice, and you practice so much that then you just become a naturally happy person. And we know these days, with all these election results, with all what's going on in the news, I am not in denial that we're living in the midst of a lot of chaos and a lot of hard things to take. Therefore, I think it's more important than ever that we cultivate this happiness inside you, because happiness makes you stronger. It makes you more successful, helps you to have more insights and have a positive outlook in life. Because if you start looking at things and just focus on how bad and hard things are, it's really hard to cultivate that state of happiness. So that's the happiness gap. The ultimate level is really to live without the gap. And if you look at my kind of oval figure here, there's no gap. Your inner self matches your outer expression. Who you truly are is how you show up. It's not like you are one person at work and another person at home. Of course, our habits might be different, but who you are. I am Alex at home, I am Alex at work, I am Alex with my clients, with my family, and that gives me a tremendous sense of well-being and happiness. So that's my message of the day. Don't miss my brand new workshop. That workshop won't be repeated. Like I said, my workshops are always different. I share different information, might repeat some of the lines, but this is your unique opportunity to come and attend and learn a little bit more about what it takes to cultivate happiness in your life every day without much effort. Thank you so much. To register for this workshop, just message me or email me and you are in. Thank you so much. Happy Thanksgiving.